Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing super well. Today I thought I would show you guys how I create a watercolor-like background page in my journals. I'm going to use markers today, and I thought it would be cool to show you guys my process like within real time. I did cut out a bunch of, extra footage, like, just where I'm thinking and things like that, just to keep it a little bit under 10 minutes, but I thought it would be a great idea to show you guys exactly how I do it and like how long it does take. So also it's so super fun, and the sound of markers and colors, I don't know, I just like the sounds of the journal pages as well. So I thought I would share with you guys. So my clear plastic that I'm using here is actually just a piece of acetate that I cut up, and for those of you, when you used to be in school, you would have these on the projector when we would do like math lessons or any kind of lesson. You would get like acetate. The teacher would always write on the acetate and then put it on the projector, just so to show the whole class like on the wall or on the chalkboard. But you can use any plastic, like even your stamp sets come with a plastic sheet. You can use that. When you buy anything that comes with plastic, you can essentially use. So yeah, find a piece of plastic, then grab any kind of coloring markers that you have. I don't recommend permanent markers, but I typically use my Crayola Supertip Markers, which I got them super cheap. I don't have a very big set. I think there's only 12 markers in my set, and maybe 14. And then, but you can go to Michael's and use a coupon, and you can get the bigger set with all the colors. Today I'm going to use this set for the very first time. I bought it at HomeSense, and I don't use this in my journaling too often because they are quite thick, and I thought actually it would go through the page, but it didn't. And then, so yeah, I wanted to try it just for the different colors, but normally if you watch any of my videos, you always see me using my Supertip Crayola markers, which are so inexpensive and way nice to use. I actually prefer those ones more than this one. The tips on this one aren't as nice as the super tips. But yeah, so grab any marker you have and then just spray it with a little bit of water on the plastic and then dab it onto your page. It creates this really cool effect, kind of like watercolor, hence the watercolor page like. But sometimes it will go through, so you have to be aware. Since I always make my own journals, my pages are always super crinkly, and I don't mind if they bleed through the other side. This one didn't bleed as much as I thought it would, but it did turn out really cute and really nice, so I'm very happy with that. And then you're just gonna keep going with the markers and water until you like what you see on your page. I always go completely overboard. I like the whole page covered, and I do make all my own journals, so I stitch them together now. I used to staple them, but I stitch them now, and I've never had any journals fall apart since I've started stitching them, and they just hold up so well. So I can soak the entire book completely and it's not going to go anywhere. So it's awesome. I love having so much water and paint and all that stuff in my journals. I love the bright colored backgrounds. And then and just remembering that I always try to keep my pages really thin, so I have envelope pages there on the one side, and then the other one is just a super thin, like it's the thinnest paper of that grid, and it always goes through those pages. But I love having it go onto the other side so that the pages do try to link to each other, even though I try to keep every page different. But yeah, so just layer it until you're happy with whatever you're seeing. I always heat dry mine so I can continue to work faster. I have a lot that I'm always doing, so I always try to just heat dry it as quick as possible. And then once it's dry, I don't recommend stamping or doing any sticker work or anything until your page is completely dry, just because it will definitely go through, and sometimes you'll puncture your page if it's still wet and you're starting to stamp, or yeah, and the sticker won't stay if it's a wet page, so just FYI. And then I just stamped April 25th on there, and then I'm just gonna do some super messy scratchy lettering for the word family, since we had a family day for the first time in a long time, so it was such a perfect day. And then I'm just going to continue with my scratchy lettering, which is my high school lettering. I started this and I've never let it go. I absolutely love it. I love coloring it in. I love the way it looks so imperfect, and it just works super well. I always check if it has went through to the other page, and the lettering didn't, which is awesome. I'm just using a ballpoint pen, and then I'm just gonna color in each letter with a highlighter. Since the highlighters look really good with the background pages, I thought it would just look super cute, and I wanted to keep it light and springy, so that's why I went with the colors that I did go with. And I wasn't gonna color in the F, but I thought it kind of looked off, so then I'm like, okay, I better color it in. So yeah, really happy with how that looks so far. And then I'm just gonna do a ton of journaling. I just wanted to remember the day that we had and the things that we did, and my nieces and nephews were so cute that I wanted to just capture all that. So that's what the journal's for anyways. So I always use a ballpoint pen because they go over markers and paint and everything so super well. They're so inexpensive. You can get a 10-pack for literally $1 at the dollar store, maybe $1.25 here in Canada. But yeah, so I definitely recommend. My favorite are Bic ballpoint pens, but the last one I was using didn't work out too well, so I'm back to the Papermate for now. But typically I use the Bic one. I like the Bic brand the best. For drawing as well. And then here I'm just gonna choose a few stickers. The page wasn't complete, and I love journaling, and once I have the words on the page, I don't mind covering it. I don't need to reread it fully. I know once I read a little bit of it, I know I'll remember the days, hopefully even when I'm old. But yeah, so I'm just choosing a bunch of my transparent stickers, and I'm just gonna randomly place them wherever I think they look the best, which is kind of on each corner almost, if you will. But transparent stickers are my favorite for journaling. And then I just printed a large sheet. I use really nice paper for my Etsy shops, so I just took one of those and I printed a few photos. I didn't want to use my photo paper because I'm kind of going through a stage where I don't want the shiny photo, if that makes sense, and I don't have any photo paper that's not matte. So I just chose one of my 11 by 12, 8.5 pages, and I just printed a few of the photos from the weekend. And if you guys want to also capture like previous temperatures from a time or a day or whatever, you can totally just Google them and they'll all pop up there. So I thought I would make a cute little tip-in with the temperature, and I kind of wish I would have made it like with a little pink border, but that's okay. And then I just stuck another transparent sticker in behind, which I totally made it crooked or off-centered and it doesn't look right, but that's okay, you won't even really see it. And then I'm just gonna stamp or staple it in with my cute little stapler there. I love how tiny these staples are, they're so cute. I typically work with 2 pairs of scissors as well, one for anything sticky and one for like photos and paper. When you have a pair of scissors, when you use it with stickers all the time, it always transfers to the photo or the paper, so I try to just avoid that by having 2 pairs of scissors, and it's worked out so well. But yeah, so that's it for the video today. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys got a couple of ideas for your journals. I really appreciate you guys watching if you're still here. Thank you so much, and I'll have a new video for you guys next week. Until then, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!